Next on the boards for us at Catalina is our new 525. It's a boat we're all very excited about. It's going to incorporate all of the best 5 Series features, both safety features and comfort features, along with the fit and finish that the 5 Series has become known for. We've incorporated a lot of the 425 styling cues. I think it still has enough Catalina DNA where it looks like a Catalina, which is important to us to have that continuity across the line, the family continuity of the boats. Looking at the profile of the boat, fairly low profile, but gently stepped up cabin structure. Very subtle, but I think it looks better than having it one continuous line from bow to stern. We've got our bow angle is 9 degrees. We've done a lot of experimentation with that. 9 degrees seems to be about the right angle where you maximize waterline and minimize the possibility of the anchor hitting the bow. I'll have a molded in bowsprit with a stainless steel strap bob stay, integrating the anchor roller and a permanent attachment point for an asymmetrical or code 0. Again, 28-inch lifelines, very wide weather decks, 3-inch bulwarks, very secure feeling boat. The beam is 15.5, so we've got, we can afford fairly wide weather decks. However, we're putting the chain plates inboard. Most production boats this size will have the chain plates outboard. A couple of reasons for that. One, it's just way cheaper to build a boat that way. You don't need any internal structure to take those to resolve those loads of the chain plates. However, you can't carry any overlapping head sails. If you look at some of the boats from most of the builders in Europe now, they're putting a self-tacking jib on, which we will have on this boat, but it completely eliminates the possibility to carry overlapping head sails. So you can't develop any power in that head sail at all from the slot between the head sail and the main. So this boat can carry up to about a 155, maybe a 160. We have a very long Genoa tracks on this boat, and they'll be inboard, so we'll be looking at somewhere between 9 and 10 after resheeting angles. So there's some element of performance built into the boat. Fairly tall rig. The standard rig is going to be about 74 feet. We'll offer an ICW friendly rig as well. Probably have to go out on the boom a little bit for that. The keel is going to be kind of a modified bulb keel. Not real shoulder draft because there's just a minimum to how sure you can make the draft and get any performance out of the boat. We didn't want to sacrifice the performance for ultra low draft, but I think we've achieved a good compromise here. We'll have our molded in skeg for good prop protection and a balanced rudder, using all the 5 Series features in the rudders we've done on the other boats. We'll have a stern platform that will lower down for dinghy access. It'll be big enough to keep a dinghy in there that's deflated or a rib that you let the air out of the tubes, but not a dinghy that's fully inflated. So we'll probably have a little compressor back there, kind of kicking that around. Twin helms, big cockpit with a built-in dinette on one side. It's looking like we're going to put that on the port side at this point. We're still developing the deck. The interior is still being developed, but we have a pretty good concept of what it's going to be, and we've done some preliminary drawings for review by customers and others. And what we're going to have is a fairly traditional main cabin with a large U-shaped settee on the port side, benches and a permanent nav station on the starboard side, and a freestanding settee in the middle of the boat that could actually be oriented either towards the settee on the starboard side or the dinette on the port side. We'll have 2 aft cabins. One cabin will be convertible so that it'll have 2 bunks you can put together to make a big double or separate to make 2 singles. The berth on the starboard side will be fixed as a large double. Where the boat's going to be unique is in the forward end of the boat, forward of the mast, and that will be basically the owner's suite forward. We'll have a large in-suite head with a big stall shower. We've determined not to have 3 heads, but to have 2 big heads. I don't think that a 52-foot boat should have the same size head as a 30-foot boat, so we're not using what's become very popular to have modular components where you just put, when you do a bigger boat, you put more of the same module in. We thought we'll do new modules and make them a little more spacious and a little more household scale. So big roomy showers and big heads and big beds. A unique part of the forward cabin will be an area we've reserved to be somewhat flexible. That will be what's referred to in the industry as stick-built, and will offer the owner a lot of options to how they want to organize that one part of the boat. So this will be forward of the bulkhead, but on the port side of the owner's cabin forward. We're going to offer an option for an office, a media room, a den, a lounge, laundry room, whatever the customer wants that part of the boat to be. We've built in the flexibility so it can accommodate with about 4 different standard arrangements, however the customer wants to set the boat up in that one section of the boat. So I think that's going to be a winning combination for us. It addresses everything folks with other Catalinas have told us that they want in their next big boat. And we have a lot of interest in the boat so far and a number of commitments from dealers.